Lida, we're here at the OLA Super Conference 2014.
Yeah.
You had a part in that. A universe of possibilities, which it sounds like a lot. Big, very big.
It's a big expectations.
Big expectations. Can you tell a little about yourself, how you got here, and what you do in your daily life?
Sure. I am a librarian with the Hamilton Public Library.
Okay.
I am the Director of Digital Technology and Youth Services for Hamilton. And I also have some volunteer responsibilities here at the conference. I am the treasurer for the Ontario Library Association, as well as part of the planning team that has put this universe of possibilities together.
All in place, which is very important. And your digital work, especially with the youth, what does that consist of? What do you exactly do? Because it sounds great, but what is it?
What is it? Well, Hamilton, for people who don't know the city of Hamilton, we're a city of about 500,000. We have 23 locations spread out across the city, and it's a very diverse community. And I think what we're probably most proud at Hamilton Public Library is how we've been able to utilize technology to really expand our customer service. Creating supports and opportunities for staff to refine our workflows, and then creating opportunities for our public to explore new possibilities, learn and access their community in all sorts of different ways. So,
and examples of that?
Technical examples, well, we always have lots of things going on. Of course, we're getting into the digital media lab, so we're looking to open those at some of our branches. We're looking at creativity and how we can really support and nurture that, and a big gateway for that, of course, is our youth services program. So we've taken our summer reading program, which is a huge program for us. We've taken that online. And so kids log on and they register with their badge and they track their reading. And
do they do that?
Yes,
In
large numbers.
Great.
Thousands of them do it,
Excellent.
and they track whatever makes sense for them. So if they're a strong reader and they're reading by the book, then they track the number of books. If they are a struggling reader and they are just wanting to get 5 minutes of reading in because that's the recommendation, then they can do that as well. So we've really been extending the reach of the library outside of our walls, and making sure that we're in people's living rooms and in people's homes and cars and wherever they happen to be.
I love that, outside the library walls. And for staff, because I already mentioned,
Yes.
that means sort of a change of looking at things.
Yeah, and one way that we've done that, we developed a tech liaison team strategy. So we realized that we wanted all our staff to feel confident with technology, that they didn't always have to refer to the one person at their branch that was deemed the expert. Yeah. So for the last few number of years, we've developed a program where we have a cohort, and they come in and they get behind the scenes. They get to come into our data center. They get to understand the basics of computing, the inputs and the outputs.
Do you like that or not?
Yeah, they do, because it sort of demystifies some of the pieces of it that they've sort of left sort of into other people's hands. So they're able to get everything is really hands-on. So all of those things that they were afraid of doing, that they would break something, we make them do. So look, you unplug it, you plug it back in. Nothing happened. Yeah. There was no explosion.
It was
stopped. So we found that's been a really great way to sort of expand that capacity and help people understand the technology not as being a particular device, but being a concept. So that if you know how to use a particular e-reader, and a member of our community comes in with a new device that you haven't seen yet, that you have a toolbox of sort of things to say, okay, well, I know there's going to be an input, I know that there's going to be a menu function, position yourself, and that you can really be a co-learner with members of our community and help them work through, that you don't need to be that expert necessarily, or the sage on the stage, that people just really want that helping hand to guide them through the process. So
basically, you have to be, the most important quality is reaching out and making the community respond.
Making space, and yeah, I mean, that's where we still see huge numbers of seniors in our community where, for the long time they didn't think the internet was for them, and now they want to be FaceTiming, they have pictures, they need videos to be made, and so to create a safe space where they can learn and ask questions and feel comfortable accessing that technology has been a really important piece for us.
What I would see as a challenge when I listen to you is that if you have 23 branches and you have a great diversity in the city, how do you create a sort of a balance that not some of the buildings are really like spectacular and have all the services, and the others are like a sort of the lesser, I don't like to put it like that, other word, but they
Yeah.
are not as up to date or not as high
Well,
standard
and
as
we've made a real commitment to our career services, so we try and roll things out in every capacity across the system. For any new pilots that we're doing, like our Digital Media Lab project, we try and get some geographic representation. So if that we start by putting one in the East End and the West
Okay,
End and the
yes.
Mountain, so that even if it's not at your neighborhood library, that there's going to be
Still
one that's going to be close.
pretty close.
And we always sort of target our locations that are going to have the best public transportation access and a few things, so that even though it's not quite ready for full implementation, that we are trying to mitigate the barriers as much as possible and make it as accessible as possible, even in that pilot form.
And Media Labs, what do you hope to achieve by it once you have them? How are you going to maintain it? How are you going to keep the success? Because once you open them, it's my
Their
experience,
expectation.
there's a lot of people coming. But the trick is to get them to keep coming and to still
To
take it to the
maintain.
next level in the coming years.
Well, and I think that's where our community partnerships are so important. There's a lot of really exciting things happening in Hamilton with the arts community, and we've got a fair amount of developers that have started small business in Hamilton. So we really want to leverage those partnerships bring them in and have them sort of help us guide the opportunities. But I think we're seeing it as an evolution, as all of our technology services have been, that it'll start one place and it'll finish somewhere completely different. But we're really anxious to sort of give people that next opportunity for creation.
Yes.
Because in our community there is a fair amount of economic disparity, and so to make sure that every kid, every
Playing
teen
field, yes.
can come in and make a movie with great software and great tools. So it'll be really
I love
exciting.
that. So you're actually already planning to make a bridge. You're planning in the community, and you east, west, you're putting these labs everywhere and planning this conference. Let's get back to this conference.
The conference, yes, Universe of Possibilities.
What makes the OLA conference so special?
Well, I think for us in Canada, the OLA conference is, this is the 20th year of the OLA conference, which is special unto itself. And it's a real opportunity for just our community to come together and share and learn. I think what's so magical about our Universe of Possibilities is that a large percentage of our program is presentations by our colleagues. So
Yes.
it is a real showcase of the variety of things that are
What's
happening
happening,
in libraries, school libraries, public libraries, academic libraries out in the community, and then pairing that with movers and shakers and thinkers who
Yes.
are outside of our field and are inspiring us and pushing us to do more and to do better. So it's I think we're exceeding over 4,500 people in attendance, and we're in downtown Toronto, and people are catching up with old friends, and they're
Yes.
meeting new friends, and they are getting inspired, and they're going to take that inspiration back to their institution and implement it for the rest of the year.
And when you were planning it, what were you most excited about? Was there some special thing that you said, wow, I'm so glad we managed to do
We
this?
managed to do this. Well, I think when we were starting to plan this conference, Chris Hatfield was in space. And when we decided
amazing.
that it was a universe of possibilities that we were looking at, we could think of no better person to close out this conference and to be able for him to be able to make the time to come and tell. That was pretty magical, but also even the sessions today, the marketing and just seeing everything that we see in the literature, and then seeing people come to life, and how and people putting out their work and really being open about sharing it with others and sharing it with each other. I think that's the real magic of what we see at OLA.
Well, I'm very excited. There's a great buzz. I felt it yesterday at the keynote yesterday, and I'm totally going to enjoy myself. And what for next year? Do you have any ideas already how to make it even better next year? Or not?
Well, and we're always trying to make it better. We even meet during the conference to figure out, anything that we can tweak and do to improve people's experience. So I think next year we've already set the groundwork in motion that we want to, push ourselves outside of our comfort zone and try a few different new things. So,
And can you say so?
well, we got to keep the suspense going. Well, and I think think we're looking at sort of putting conferences sort of within conferences of how we can build opportunities for people that really have concentrated learning opportunities around a certain theme or explore different things that way. So the universe of possibilities is only beginning. I can only imagine what next year's will be.
Well, I'll be following that, and I want to thank you so much for being here and talking to us.
Well, thank you so much for your time.